Welcome back everyone. So in this tutorial, we are diving into the fascinating world of reinforcement learning, a powerful technique that enables machine to learn from experience and make intelligent decisions. So let's get started. Now let's see what is reinforcement learning RL stand for. So it's an machine learning training method which consists of two things. Number one is rewarding and second is punishing. Rewarding, as we all know, we get rewards for our desired actions. So rewarding is for desired actions and punishing for undesired actions. So what happens in reinforcement learning is we have agents. So agents are able to perceive and interpret the environment. So what happens is the agents take actions and they got learn with them, they got feedbacks from them, and they intend to maximize their rewards and minimize their punishing. So they learn through trial and error method. Trial and error method. So this whole structure is what reinforcement learning is, where an agent get reward when he get desired actions and get punishment when he do undesired action, and he learns from the undesired actions and try to maximize the reward and minimize the punishing. So let's see how does reinforcement learning work. In reinforcement learning, what a developer do is developer just give some positive numbers to the desired actions and the negatives to the undesired actions. So this program, the agent seeks a long term and maximize the overall reward. So the main motto of the function of reinforcement learning is maximize the rewards so that we can able to find an optimal solutions for our programs. So what happen is these long-term goals help prevent the uh, agent from selling lesser goals, and with time the agent learns to avoid the negative things and started to seek for the positive things. So that's how we are able to find an optimal solution using reinforcement learning. This learning method has been adopted in artificial intelligence in a way of directing unsupervised machine learning. The machine learning methods which are not supervised by anyone. So where this reinforcement learning helps a lot. So this is the way or method of reinforcement learning which he teaches the agent through rewards and penalties. So they are very application and examples of reinforcement learning. Let's see few of them. Like we have like games. We have games in which we use reinforcement learning. We have resources management and the product recommendations. Okay, so we use the reinforcement learning there, and also we use reinforcement learning in the field of robotics. Yeah, you are right. We use reinforcement learning in the field of robotics, and let's see step by step on how reinforcement learning is used in games and how it could be the example of that. Okay, thing. So let's first see about the games. All right. So in games, you have heard a popular game named like Pac-Man. Yeah, I think we all have heard of this game. So let's take example of a Pac-Man. Pac-Man has a learning algorithm which has the ability to move in one of four possible directions. Okay, so we have, for example, a Pac-Man here. Okay. So now when a Pac-Man moves, it gets rewards for moving away. Okay, like it gets 0 for going empty space, 1 for pallets, 2 for flute, 3 for power pallets, 4 for ghost power pallets, and 5 for collecting all pallets. So you know it getting reward for doing desired actions. And for example, likewise for undesired actions, so when it got a collision with ghost, it got -5 or reduction, and So this is how it's punished. It got punished by doing undesired actions. So this is the whole basic of reinforcement learning that we have studied so far. Thus, agent starts from randomized play and move to more sophisticated play, and learning the goal of getting all players to complete the level. So it gets started learning to get the all players to complete the level. So it's just learning from the mistakes and learning from the through to achieve the more reward. Okay. So given time, an agent might even learn tactics like conserving power platelets until needed for self-defense. So it's just learning the things like just we know that it's a basis of trial and error, and so for that it's, for example, like we are playing Pac-Man, and then we learn how we have to conserve power plated so that when we need a self-defense it will use. So we are learning these things to maximize our rewards. So this is what the Pac-Man is a great example of reinforcement learning. Now, in resources management, reinforcement learning can also work. So let's see about that. So let's talk about reinforcement learning in resources management. So we all have heard about the enterprise resources management, which is called as ERM. So in ERM, we have an RL algorithm that can allocate limited resources to different tasks, as long as there is an over goal it's trying to achieve. A goal in this system would be to save time to conserve resources. So what is reinforcement learning doing here is it is just maximizing to achieve the goal. So the goal is to just save the time by conserving resources. So it is just assigning different resources to different tasks so that it can reduce the time and can conserve the resources and achieve the maximum of the goal. And now let's talk about the application of reinforcement learning in robotics. In robotics, reinforcement learning has found its way to limited tasks. This type of machine learning can provide robots with ability or to learn tasks as a human teacher cannot demonstrate. Okay, so like it can reinforcement learning helps robot to ability to learn tasks and to adapt a skill or a new task to achieve optimization of despite a lack of analytic foundation available. Okay, so reinforcement learning allows robots to understand things perfectly. Like reinforcement learning is the full game of the learning new things with the by achieving more and more corrections, like more and more reducing the punishment and getting achieving more and more rewards. That means doing more and more desired action. So that has a lot for robots to learn the new skills. So thank you for watching the video. Now we are ending the video here. We have learned about reinforcement learning, its applications, its main motto, how it works. We have talked about everything. If you need more information about reinforcement learning, like challenges and common reinforcement learning algorithms and real world application of reinforcement learning, so you can comment down. We will definitely make a video on this. And currently we are just ending the video right now. So make sure to like the video and subscribe our channel and to share to it for your friends so that they can also acquire the knowledge about reinforcement learning. Thank you for watching the video, and our channel motto is to provide information about complex scientific topics and like on latest technologies so that we can able